tomato sauce. Eggs. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I'm really hungry and I'm kind of looking for some pie. I'm craving some pie right now. Let's see. You've got apple pie, cherry pie, pecan pie, pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, blueberry pie, key lime pie. I'm sure I'm leaving some off the list. What other type of pie is there? I've got it. Purpose pie. Now, you may have never heard of purpose pie before, but let me tell you, it is one of the best, most scrumptious, most delicious types of pies you can eat. According to my recipe book here, the first ingredient for purpose pie is it's not flour, it's not sugar, it's not fruit. Let's see. It is, you have to know what purpose means. That's simple enough. For purpose pie, you have to know what purpose means. So what is purpose, right? We all have heard that word purpose before. Someone's purpose for going to the gym may be to get in shape, right? Purpose refers to our reason for doing something. So your purpose or reason for going to the gym may be to get in shape. Your purpose for watching this video may be to learn. Your purpose or reason for studying is so that you get a good grade on your test. And with text, it's the exact same thing. The author's purpose refers to his or her reason for why they wrote that text. Now, we're obviously not actually making pie here. Pie is simply an acronym, which means it is a group of letters that help you remember something. And those letters stand for another word or another phrase. A common acronym example is Roy G. Biv. And those all stand for the different colors of the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So each one of those letters represents a different color. This is the same thing. Pi represents 3 different types of reasons or purposes for why an author writes a text. And those are P, to persuade, I, to inform, and E, to entertain. So let's look at P first. Again, P stands for persuade. And persuade is a fancy word. We've discussed it before, but it basically means to convince. So an author, their reason for writing a persuasive text is because they are trying to convince you or persuade you to agree with them. They have a stance on a particular topic, they have a particular opinion, and they want to persuade you or convince you to agree with them. We see this a lot in advertising, right? They're trying to persuade or convince you to buy that product. We may see this in a persuasive essay or an argumentative essay. You're trying to persuade your reader that you're right and that your reader should agree with you. Now we have the I. That stands for inform. And inform means to basically teach, right? When you were informed about something, you were taught about something. These are cookbooks, for example, right? A cookbook is the reason an author writes a cookbook is to inform you of not only different recipes, but how to make these recipes. So when you think of informational text, its job is to inform you. Many newspaper and magazine articles are informational text meant to inform you. Now, the P and the I, persuade and inform, these are usually nonfiction texts, which means they're real. Oftentimes, with the E, which stands for entertain, it is fiction. So I have The Adventures of Tom Sawyer here by Mark Twain, absolute classic. It is an example of a text that's meant to entertain, right? Its purpose is to entertain you. And it's basically like watching a TV show or a movie. The whole reason the author wrote it is to keep you interested. And so that is oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes fictional text. So an example of a text that's meant to inform you would be maybe an autobiography or a biography. It's true. It's nonfiction. On the other hand, the E, entertain, is oftentimes fiction. So again, our 3 letters, or our PI here, our acronym PI, represents them, and there are more than just these 3, but the 3 main reasons why an author writes a text. It's either to persuade or convince you, it's to inform or teach you, or to simply to entertain you. Let's look at our first example. The Underground Railroad was a secret organization which helped slaves escape to freedom. Many slaves were able to escape because of the conductors and station masters. The northern states were free states and slaves were free once they arrived in the north. Secret codes and signals were used to identify the conductors and station masters. So now we have to ask ourselves, what piece of pie does this passage fall under? Is it to persuade or convince us? Is it to inform us or teach us? Or is it to simply entertain us? This text is all about the Underground Railroad. The author provides us with facts and information all about the Underground Railroad and how once slaves arrived in the North, they were free. So they're not trying to persuade us of anything. It's not necessarily to entertain, but it is to inform us or teach us about the Underground Railroad. So this is an eye slice of pie. Here we have our second example. It was a glorious morning in Alabama. The sun was shining through the trees. Alan couldn't wait to find his fishing pole and call his friend Sam to go fishing. They had a great time on these early morning fishing trips. They took their dogs with them, and the dogs would swim in the lake while they fished. It was so funny to watch those dogs paddle around the lake. So again, what slice of pie does this text fall into? Is it P, to persuade? Are they trying to convince us of anything? No. Is it I, to inform? Are they teaching us about anything? No. So this is E, simply to entertain. This is a fictional text. Remember, most texts written to entertain are going to be fictional, while those written to persuade or to inform are usually going to be nonfiction. So this is meant to entertain us. This is an E slice of pie. So let's take a look at our third and final example. Judy Glenn's amazing wrinkle remover cream will make you look younger in 30 days or less. This remarkable cream has special ingredients to make your wrinkles disappear. The cost for a 30-day supply is $25.99. Send your check to P.O. Box 00002, Shelton, California, 74836. So what slice of pie does this fall under? Persuade, inform, or entertain? This one's easy. This is to persuade us. They are trying to convince us or persuade us to buy this product.